I'm ready to be done. Um, Ticket prices through the roof.
Charlotte.
Charlotte. They are 1, 2, and 4, 14th in the East, really giving you that value for that $900,000 ticket that you're buying. Uh, Top player for me, Enzo Capetti. Kind of self-explanatory.
That's funny. We're gonna have a good conversation about this.
Oh boy, I already know where that's going.
My top player is George Marks, young goalkeeper in the team now. He's bumped. Well, he's had help from a injured Christian Kalina, and he has bumped Cisnega out of that spot, um, and has done very well to make it his own. So very impressed with him as well. Hint, hint. He's my most impressive player.
Yep, I'm right on board. I had George Marks as well as my most impressive player. But now let's get into it. Least impressive. I can only imagine you have Enzo Capetti here.
Damn right I do.
Listen, I don't think Capetti's been. I don't disagree with your pick. I
I
just don't think anybody on Charlotte has been good.
let me rephrase that for you. I don't think Enzo Capetti's been great. I just have him as my best player on the team.
That's not saying much for a 14th place team.
Clown show. Well, this is what this is. This is a clown show. Enzo Capetti has come in for this massive price tag and done what? 2 goals and 4 yellow cards? Are we kidding? Double the amount of yellow cards for goals for a striker? What are we talking about?
Listen, he had the big price tag on him. All right, I definitely agree that he hasn't been up to the expectation of the price tag. But who's playmaking for him? Who's setting him up with chances? He has an XG of 1.5. That to me is saying that nobody's setting him up with chances.
No, and listen, you're right on there. They're not creating chances, but you would think that there would be the ability for him to just draw players away from him. I think the coaching has been poor as well. By the way,
Mm-hmm.
Ben Bender has not gotten the amount of minutes he probably should have. Whether I don't know if he's been injured or not. Joswiak's been pulled away from the striker's position and played into a wide midfield role, which I think is not Joswiak, Swiderski as like a attacking midfield role that I don't think has been good. Um, Nuno Santos needs to get more minutes in this team, and he hasn't. Um, and then really you're left with Ashley Westwood being the guy who pulls your strings. That's not great. So lots of coaching decisions have gone wrong in this team. That being said, I still think Capetti's been a little bit underwhelmed.
No, I don't disagree with you. I just think the list of players in terms of top player, I think he's the most talented. I think I mean, he's their top goal scorer. I think he's made do with what he's been given. Um, my least impressive is Brant Bronico. From everything I've seen about him, he has not been good this season, and yet has 6 starts under his belt and 540 minutes. So
We've talked about that a lot.
yeah,
Brent Bronico being your number one in the 4-1-4-1 shape you're going to run is not a recipe for success.
hence why they're in 14th.
Yep.
Um,
Alrighty. Ask me a
Overachieving,
question.
underachieving. Let's do that. Let's do that first.
I don't want it.
Stay on track. I had them 12th, so it's slightly underachieving, but also just about right.
I had them in the playoff picture. I think I had them 10th, but in the playoff picture. So, oh no, I had them 8th. Goodness me. So definitely underachieving.
Okay. All right. Question for you. We talked about this a little bit, but should Latanzio be on the hot seat?
Yes, easy, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
This team had too much potential and I just mentioned it a little bit ago. For those of you who may not have been listening, this team is not where they are because of the talent that they have. This team is where they are because the coaching decisions are letting them. You've got a coach who is not playing players where they're supposed to, whether it be injuries or whatever, because I don't know their injury history. But Nuno Santos is one of the more promising players in this team, and he's been coming off the bench consistently. He's just recently started getting some starts. Um, like I said, Swiderski playing in the attacking mid role instead of as a striker is not great. Malanda has played every minute of every game and been brutally bad. Um, you're right. Veronica's been poor. Nathan Burns been terrible. Just decisions that are letting them down. So absolutely on the hot seat.
Yep. I agree with you. And I think the Charlotte faithful will probably agree as well.